good morning. I'm Colonel Peak, Chairman of the Air Force Monument Planning Committee, and we're here today at Eagle Iron Works, which is located on the north end of Anderson, California, along Highway 273. And we're here to look at the progress of the Air Force Monument Project. We were here several weeks ago for our first video update, and today we're going to see what progress has been made. During that first video, we talked about the monument. As you can see in the brochure right here, it's being built in 3 different phases. There is the pyramid stand on the bottom, as you see. Then there's the globe, which is the largest part of the monument. And then attached to the globe is a contrail that wraps around the equator of the Earth and then goes off into the heavens, into the wild blue yonder. So that's the 3 phases or pieces of the monument. Steve has been working on the globe part of it. It's the biggest part of it, and probably the most complex. So let's go on inside and see what Steve's up to and his son Kai, and we'll get the latest update on things. All right, Steve. Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing? Good to see you.
Wonderful.
All right, last time we were here, you were working on the globe.
Right.
And you were doing one half of the globe, and then you were going to do the other half. So what have we done since the last visit?
We've got the other half over here.
Can we walk over and take a look at it? So this is, oh, by the way, this is Kai, who's always working so hard over here.
Definitely.
Nice to see you this morning. So Steve, tell us now, this is the half the globe that you were working on when we were here last time.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what have you done to finish it up?
Oh, not much. We're getting ready to do a little bit of grinding to it, and we're basically shaping up the second half.
Oh, okay, so
we can marry them.
So since we were here, you welded these pieces together,
Right.
which formed the complete globe, if you will, this half of it. So then what happens to all this?
All this stuff will be ground down, cleaned up, buffed, polished.
Okay.
And half of it's going to be covered up again with the next overlay. It's going to have an overlay of the continents. This is a continent piece here. Then we're starting to work on this piece. This is out of the 300-ton press. That's as close as we can get it to press. And now we're going to start beating it and using the English wheel to shape it.
So once we get this all smooth here, it looks like you've been grinding this already.
A little bit.
Okay, so all of this will get ground down nice and smooth, and then you're going to start building up
Continents.
the continents and the mountains.
Right.
Right,
And
then
the estuaries and the streams and the rivers.
and the oceans, and then we talked about we're going to even probably use color on the water, on the bodies of water.
I'm hoping so. I think the blue
Yeah.
would be nice.
I think the committee agreed to that. That we think that'd be a really nice thing here. Okay, so go ahead. What?
And we're still talking about peening all this stuff. Remember last time I had the peener out?
Yeah.
Just to dimple it a little bit after.
Yeah, it's kind of like a bunch of little rods that vibrate,
Yeah.
and it'll create a texture
Yeah.
on the globe. Okay, got that. So this is pretty much done, except it needs to be smoothed, and then you start layering the continents and the mountains on top of that.
And we won't start the continents till we put both of these half salad bowls together.
Okay, now how do you know how big to make the continents and what shape? How are you doing that?
Well, we have a topographical map, and then we have an overhead projector, so we'll just project the continents big enough till they have balance and perspective on the planet.
Okay, cool. All right, so that piece is done, and you know what? I tried lifting this. This is heavy.
Oh, it's a little
Of
bit.
course, I'm getting old, but I think, Steve, you said this whole monument will probably weigh somewhere close to 1,000 pounds, huh?
Oh, I guess so. I could spec it out. But
Yeah.
it
Kai,
might-
can you lift this up?
No problem.
Oh, yeah, well, you got muscles, I don't. All right, well, let's go over and talk about what do you got going on here. This is the, this unit here is what you use to get the basic shape, right?
Right, this is the bottom side of the press brake. And we have a top side that bolts into a 300-ton press, and then they just smash the stuff.
Okay, you smash it, and then it looks like what? Like those things there?
Yeah, this is the ones for the planet. This is what it comes out on the 300-ton press.
Okay.
And these are the beginnings of the continent.
Those are the continents, and these are the panels that
to
are
finish.
creating this second half
Right.
of the globe.
And we have to make it bigger so that we can't get to the edges with the English wheels, so these all come out bigger. And then that's the scrap pile out there after we start
Okay.
trimming them down to fit
All right.
into the piece.
So these look pretty good, but you still have to kind of massage them a little bit to get the wrinkles out and
Right.
get the right shape. So how do you do that?
Well, you want to show them, Kai?
Right here.
Well,
All right.
first off,
Once you
before they go to there,
Yeah, okay.
he comes over here and we start thumping them.
Oh,
It's noisy.
huh?
It's noisy.
Oh.
We thump them into oblivion and then we bring them back and smooth them out.
You call this a thumper?
That's what Kai put it together. It's a acetylene bottle cap.
Oh, okay.
Put a handle on it,
Yeah,
gave it
yeah,
a
yeah.
rubber.
So you just kind of manhandle that sucker. Well,
Oh, it's 2,000 years old.
that's the way they
Process.
did it. Yeah, okay. So you beat on it and then you bring it over here.
Smooth it up.
Ty, you tell us what you're doing here, man.
Pushing and pulling.
He's,
Go back and forth.
See, I learned that new phrase, push-pull.
see, now he's working the long length of it because you can't work the short length. The short length is the width. Once you get the proper curvature, then it goes sideways. You get the shape of the
So I got to ask you, if you can, you want to
Yeah.
hold off for a minute. How does doing that create any kind of a shape? Is there something underneath there?
Yeah, it's the curved anvil wheel under here.
Okay, you can't see it on the video, but you have different kinds of shaped wheels that
Yeah.
you can use for underneath here. Here it is. So that's got a certain shape to it, and this compression helps.
And the amount of pressure you put on it down here,
Okay,
between the two.
gets it to the right
Yeah.
shape that you want it to.
Yeah,
We're
after a couple hundred push pulls.
We're
Yeah.
stretching the aluminum. That's what we're doing. That's the only thing that machine does is stretch the material.
All right. So as I remember, 300, 350 push pulls, right?
Pretty much.
Thereabouts. I remember you talking
Yeah.
about that. Okay. All right. Thank you. So that he gets that in a final shape, and then it comes back over here, right?
Yes.
And then you start to,
Trim them down
and you tack weld them onto the globe.
and make sure we got all the bumps out of it with the English wheel before
Okay.
we commit to welding.
So you got about half of that done now. You got another half to put up. You got the pieces cut.
Yep.
You just got to shape them and then tack weld them on there, and then when that's done, then you'll combine.
Right, with the inside strength that the engineer wants, the inside pole.
Okay.
We're gonna.
Oh yeah.
We'll have that, and then we're gonna have some access door. The part that's over the pyramid base is gonna be open inside, so we can access it.
So you can get up inside there. And the other thing you mentioned to me, which I hadn't even thought about, is you're going to make sure there are little weep holes on the monument
Everywhere.
where it's needed, so if condensation builds up behind the different sheets of metal, it has a place to go to drain out,
Yeah,
so it doesn't.
you wouldn't want it to freeze. I don't know that it freezes in the valley very much, but you want to have it in
No,
consideration.
sure.
You can see it on lots of horse trailers, on all the side tubes. Once they fill up with water, and if they freeze, they stop to be square. They're
Right,
pushed
right.
out.
They'll get pushed out and then potentially start rusting. And,
So weep hole's pretty standard operation.
yeah, no, that's great. That's great. And Steve mentioned that in the center of the globe, there's going to be a rod, a supporting rod that you will not see when you're viewing it from the outside, but it's going to give structural strength
And it's
to the whole
anchor point.
monument and a place for us to anchor onto as well. Okay, anything else you want to share with us today on where we're going? You're going to finish up putting the skin on that.
Yep.
You're going to weld them together, the two halves, and then what? And then the geography then, right?
Yep, we'll go after the geography.
Start working on the mountains. So that'll be interesting. We'll come back in a couple of weeks to see what progress we made on that as well. Okay, well thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Take a break, buddy.
You bet.
All right, take the rest of the day off.
Perfect.
Okay. All right, folks, that's the latest. As you can see, they're making slow but steady progress on things here. Before we sign off on this update, I want to thank everybody who has donated to this project thus far. It's critical that we have the money to pay for this project as we go along. We're still a ways off from our financial goal. I would ask those of you that are interested, go visit our website at www.usairforcemonument.com, and you can learn about the project. You can also donate online. If you just want to make a donation, that's great. If you'd like to order an engraved paver, you can do that online as well. We also have these brochures that we produced, and they're available. You can call me at 347-6431, and I'll make sure you get a brochure. It tells you about the project, and then on the back side of the brochure is a paver engraver form. And this engraved paver will go at the base of the monument when it gets set up at the Northern California Veterans Cemetery. Now, the current plan is to finish fabrication of the monument this summer, and then on Veterans Day, November 11th, 2017, we have gotten approval to do the formal dedication of the monument out at the cemetery. So the clock's ticking, we're moving forward, and we're having a good time doing it, and we're all real proud to be doing this project. So that kind of wraps things up for today's update. We'll keep doing these on a regular basis. Our next update's going to be over at the Classic Cafe. They're one of our biggest sponsors and supporters of this project, and they do a lot to help veterans. So stay tuned for update number 3 from the Classic Cafe. Okay, that's it for now. Thanks for joining us. Have a great Air Force Day.